part 2 to the RS4 from auction. So in the last episode we found out why this sad RS4 got sent to auction, and in this video we'll be fixing everything that the previous mechanics couldn't fix. We will also be sorting out the issues that they created from when they were trying to fix it, and to be honest they created more problems than fixing anything, but I guess at least someone gets to enjoy a cheap RS4 now. So today I'll be stripping the engine down even more. I'll be removing the subframe and gearbox away from the engine, and we'll be redoing the timing chains, and we will also be doing something a little bit special to this engine. Well, just a little bit special. We're going to be fitting upgraded camshaft adjusters from Poland, from Mahenka. These upgraded adjusters are much stronger compared to the original ones. The standard ones are made from aluminium, so over time the adjusters get worn and the teeth aren't the correct shape anymore. And not only are the adjusters better from Mahenka, they're also cheaper, so it's a no-brainer to upgrade them. Currently I'm doing the carbon cleaning on the intake valves using the walnut blaster machine. The before and after is like night and day, so the engine should be able to breathe a lot better. I will also be resealing the oil cooler and oil filter housing, so the turbos will also be coming off. Definitely a lot of work that needs to be done, which is why this video is half an hour long. And also any feedback on what kind of content that you would prefer watching, whether you want to see more time lapses or if you want to see the more in-depth procedure of things, because currently I'm filming and editing the videos in a way that I would find watchable, so any feedback would be much appreciated. How someone can mess up every single belt like that is beyond me. Silicon on the rear main seal. Oh yeah. So here I'm showing you that the exhaust camshaft on bank 1 needs to be rotated slightly, and to do that you've got to take apart the locking plate, then you can balance the camshaft on the exhaust valves, and then once it's in the correct position you can put the tool back together and you can lock the camshafts in the timing position. So you might be wondering why I bothered taking off all of the timing chains and guides, and the reason is because I didn't have much faith or trust in the previous mechanics, because the last thing we want to happen is we put the engine back in and it turns out that one of the bolts wasn't torqued down properly, it came loose, or there's a oil leak coming from the rear timing cover or the rear main seal. So just to be 100% sure that everything is done properly, I'm reading everything. Welcome back to the RS4 series of trying to save this very dodgy auction find. In the last episode we done the timing chains, we replaced the rocker arms, so all of the major engine work is done basically. What we've got to do now is I've got to replace all of the coolant system parts. I'm going to be taking the turbos off because we'll be resealing the oil filter housing and the oil cooler which is in the middle. We've got a box of parts. These are the turbo return lines. Got a new PCV pipe because some very gentle, careful people removed the old ones. In this box we have 6 new injectors because As we saw, the other garage couldn't remove one of the injectors. Well, they couldn't remove any of them. That's why they never actually got around to taking the cam carry off and finding that broken rocker arm. And whatever they used, it ended up melting this rubber piece on the injector, just so that they're all matching. We're going to replace all 6 of them. We've got the new heat shields that will go onto the subframe. And talking about the subframe, today I'm also going to wash this subframe because it's very nasty. I'd rather have a clean subframe to work on rather than an oily one. So let's get to it, and hopefully by the end of today's Saturday, and hopefully the engine will be at least ready to be put back into the car, maybe even back in the car. Well, that depends if we can get some of the, because we're still waiting on some things which they broke, and to replace it, you can't really replace the things without, well, you can, but it's a big pain. So I'd rather replace the things that they broken, like that coolant pipe. Where is it? Where's that coolant pipe? This coolant pipe you can't really replace with the subframe on, so that needs to be replaced before the subframe can go back on. We've also got the wiring for the knock sensor that they destroyed, and that needs to be replaced. We'll get a new connector, but hopefully we can get it somewhat ready to put back into the car. for the oil cooler and the oil filter housing are fitted. We've fitted 6 new seals for the pipes for the turbo. We put new oil return lines on the front. Is all done. Now I've got to take the sump off and try and retrieve all of the needle bearings that will hopefully be in the bottom of the sump. Here I'm putting back one of the boost pipes, and before I stripped the engine down there was a fault code in the ECU saying that there's a leak in the air system. So before I put the engine back in I wanted to smoke test the boost pipes, and as it turns out one of the flanges was bent, so it wasn't sealing properly. I'm glad I did check, because it would have been next to impossible to remove that pipe with the engine back in the car. The engine is too close to the rad pack, so there's no space. But with that out the way, I can carry on putting the rest of the engine back together. So I had to take the exhaust off again, because I forgot that they put silicone on the exhaust, so I had to take it off, clean all the silicone off, and now I'm going to replace the gasket for a new genuine one.
need more juice. talk like this. Oh man.
Everything here is mangled. Found the drain for the headlight though. I don't think that's where it goes. Yep. Test of synchronization of camshafts. Brake, accelerator. Oh, routine okay. I think we fixed it. The RS4 is running. We're checking the live data, we're checking the camshaft position specified in actual, and as you can see it's pretty much spot on. So that's it, the RS4 is done. After £10,000, it's a running RS4 again. I do think that the guy who bought it from auction got a pretty good buy, because for £27,000 plus an extra 10 on top, I think it's a pretty good deal for an RS4, even though it does have pretty high mileage. But an RS4 carbon edition, they do sell for around £40,000. And this one, being the carbon edition, it does have carbon fibre everywhere. It's got pan roof, it's got all the bells and whistles and the blind spot mirrors, heated seats, massaging seats, adaptive cruise control, very important. There's no more oil leaks or engine lights, so I think the customer will enjoy his RS4. And if the previous owners of this RS4 are watching, or the previous garage I should say, if you get a B9 S4, do the same thing to it and send it to auction, because I want to buy it. I want to do the same, because you can buy one of these cars for £40,000, but you might have to spend the £10,000 anyway to do the rocker arms. So this one being for 27 plus 10, 37. I think it's a pretty good deal. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.